All right. So go ahead and open your email here, Aaron.
My Gmail?
Gmail, yeah.
Yep.
And refresh your page. I sent you this ROI calculator. So let's talk about this. I think in your case, because you said that it is subscription-based and they can stay as a customer for a long time, we're not going to want to think about your return on investment as like a one-to-one transaction, as this shows. But instead, we're going to want to think about it as you're paying to acquire a customer on AdWords. What's the lifetime value of that customer? And make sure that they generate more profit over their lifetime you spend to acquire them.
Right.
So that'll be the LTV, the very bottom left there. Perfect. Yep. Okay. And I know you said that there's different, spend levels of customers. Obviously, some will buy 2 forms, and others will buy 2,000. So we'll want to think in averages, and you can even break it up by your different customers. But the way it works is we're going to plug in some data on the left-hand side. I know conversion tracking is getting set up for you or fixed in the next week, but you can use this to set goals for yourself of how many leads do you need to be generating to make sure that you're profitable. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go through some situations here. Let's say the last 30 days. Let's say that you look at it on actually let's do 14 because you just got this up and running. In 14 days, you spent about $450 on AdWords. So you put that in there. All right. And then let's skip this one for a second. We're going to plug this back in to set a goal for ourselves. The percentage of leads, let's say that you get all these form submissions, what percentage do you feel like actually turn into a buying customer?
Probably I would say maybe 10% on the whole.
Okay, that's fine. So put that on in there. All right. And then this is the interesting one of the percentage of customers who of that would purchase again. So if you feel like all of them that become a customer have recurring payments, and you can put 100% in here, sometimes only 50% come back. But yeah, in your case, I think it sounds like it's 100. Now this is the tough one, as you said, because some will buy 2 forms and some will buy 2,000. But do you know, like on average, what the revenue would be per customer? So that would be per time that they purchase.
Is this on annual revenue or monthly revenue?
Think of it monthly for your case. So each actual purchase, and then we're going to talk about purchases per year next and how many years they'd be a customer. So this would be just like that one-time buy, and then we'll do recurring in a second.
Okay, so we'll just say if it's like 50 drivers, so we'll just call it $100.
Okay. And then
just for now.
Yep, and you can remain conservative with these estimates to make sure that when you do shoot for a lead goal, that's a conservative goal that you're really trying to shoot for. So let's take a look at then purchases per year. So you said, is it monthly? Then you put 12. If it's every other month, you could put 6. What that usually comes out to.
So I figure 50 times 12 is what?
They purchase once a month, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so then just put 12 into here. What was the 50 times 12? I was curious what that was.
Oh, so to get the $100, I figured 50 units that they purchased at $2 a unit. So the purchases per year, 50 units per month.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so we're think of the $100 as one purchase, so that could be like the kind of lump sum, and then they would do that about 12 times. Cool.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense. Okay, and then the next one would be on average, how many years are they going to be a customer?
Let's say that for now.
Okay, and then your profit margin of that revenue.
It's like, it's all service fee, so it's all profit.
Okay. Yeah.
Essentially.
And again, if you want
there's back end stuff, but we don't have any cost of goods included in that revenue per customer that I figured.
Got it. Great. And again, these are levers you can pull. So if you want to remain conservative and put in like 75% to think of overhead costs and whatnot, and just cost of doing business, you can do that.
Right.
So this is really up to you of how you want to move these numbers around. So what we would then do is let's start plugging in some leads. So let's say that you go up there and put in like 5 for the leads. All right. Great. Now this is going to look pretty good, right? Because you have pretty good margins here. So what this is then saying is, if you just generated 5 leads, assuming that 10% become a customer, and then overall these lifetime metrics that we just plugged in, your cost to acquire that customer on the right-hand side is $90. And if it was just a one-to-one, it may look like 90 and then, 100, right? So that would be like, okay, it's a little bit of a profit margin, but it's only like $10. But thinking about the recurring payments and the years they're going to be a customer, that $90 acquisition actually generates, $3,000 of revenue over that customer's lifetime. So you really have a lot of room for that when it comes to, how much you want to spend to acquire that customer.
Makes sense.
Cool. Any questions about that?
No, that's cool.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, and this really allows you to kind of maximize profit again because it opens up the ability. There's a lot of cases where when you're looking at your cost per lead, increasing that sometimes to be more aggressive actually generates more profit overall. So I would recommend using this tool here to make sure that you really are trying to maximize that. And then that break-even acquisition cost, that's just telling you exactly how much revenue to generate. So if you spent that to acquire them, you'd be kind of breaking even.
Right.
Cool. All right, man. Hope that's kind of clear. In your case, I wouldn't really even use the ROI calculator because it's such a recurring payment business.
Yes. Yep. Definitely SaaS-based.
Awesome. Any further questions there? Hopefully that's kind of helpful for you.
No, that's awesome. I will definitely use this guy.
Cool. Great. All right.